So as Thanksgiving is coming close in a couple of months, Thanksgiving has three major movies: Wicked, Moana 2, and Gladiator 2. Yes, all of these are of course non-original IPs. Who would have guessed from modern day Hollywood? Because Hollywood can't think of anything new. I'm not excited for any of these three movies. I think the movie that if I actually was forced to see a movie, I would probably just watch Moana 2, because I did see the first Moana, and that movie was kind of funny. But for once, I'm actually backing the Walt Disney Company over these other movies. But like, I don't, I don't want to see. Oh wait, I don't want to see a Gladiator 2. Who asked for a Gladiator 2? And same with Wizard of Oz. Why are we randomly bringing back Wizard of Oz? Okay, Wizard of Oz has not only been melted to death. Okay, by Disney and Fox and other companies because it's a public domain IP. And I think it's Warner Bros. And Disney and Fox. Okay, there was a Disney Wizard of Oz movie that no one watched. There was a Warner Bros. One that no one watched. And they really think that this will be another successful movie. But again, I think that there might be a difference with this one called Wicked. Yeah, another Wizard of Oz movie, no one asked for it. No one said, oh yeah, I wanted another Wizard of Oz movie. Yay! So excited! Another Wizard of Oz movie. And also released another one called Toto unless they canceled it. Like, do we really need to bring back Wizard of Oz from its grave? Like, can't people just enjoy the original movie and make something new, make something unique, make something interesting? But again, as proven by last year, people don't really care all too much about that. Last year, the most successful movie was not this, it was The Hunger Games. I was talking about, holiday movies for Thanksgiving. That was the most successful movie. As well, this actually did worse than Napoleon until, the ratings came out for international seas because, again, Napoleon had pretty poor ratings outside of the holidays. And of course, last year we had the Willy Wonka movie. Everyone thought that Aquaman would be the highest grossing movie, and no one would watch Wonka because it's an unoriginal movie. It's just the same thing we have seen before, but audiences went to go see Wonka, specifically young audiences. I think that this movie might do well, especially amongst young audiences, because there are several very popular influencers in the movie, or one very popular influencer that almost everybody knows amongst Gen Z. Z, we all know who we're talking about. Ariana Grande sees in the movie. Like they sort of like they put Ariana Grande in a Wizard of Oz movie, but you know why they're doing it, because they know that putting her in the movie, they know, it'll make money because a lot of people like her music, so as well. But again, putting singers into movies has never been historically translated to success. They put Taylor Swift in the Cats movie. Why the Cats movie of all things? Why didn't they put her in a much more movie that people actually wanted to see, not the Cats movie? I don't like. I think that's like the biggest stain on Taylor Swift's, you know, resume is, oh yeah, I was in the Cats movie, okay, and yeah, you know, no, I also see what's in that Lorax movie too, but at least that movie has memes, but Cats has creepiness. But today we'll be talking about, and then we're gonna talk about first. We're gonna talk about Gladiator 2. We're gonna talk about all three movies. I think this is my thought. Gladiator 2 will come in third place. A lot of people were upset and pissed off simply the fact that this movie exists. Okay, people were upset and pissed off simply the fact that this movie exists. Okay, which I don't blame them. Okay, I don't blame people because this movie is unnecessary. Okay, this movie is unneeded. Okay, that is basically what I'm saying here. This movie is unnecessary. Okay, it's probably gonna make a lot of money. I would be surprised if it does. Okay, but a lot of people Gladiator 2 sort of been made like 2 decades ago. Okay, the other two movies, they make way more sense than making Gladiator 2. Okay, one of them is a reboot, and one of them is a sequel to a very popular Disney movie. It just seems, I just don't think Gladiator is gonna do against those. And also, Wicked and Moana 2 appeal towards families. Gladiator 2 appeals towards old people. And it just seems that I think it's gonna be like Napoleon. It's gonna make a decent chunk of money, but it's not gonna be number one. Okay, but I think that's good. The two movies will be. I think Moana will probably be number one on Thanksgiving weekend as well. I think Moana 2 will be number one Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, considering how popular Moana is, how popular the series is, it's always the most popular movie on Disney Plus. It's even more popular than Frozen. You know, unless the movie is as bad as people said it was, because there have been plot leaks saying that this movie is absolutely crap. Okay, that this movie is absolute crap. It's a Disney Plus show that they, rushed together to put into a movie in 9 months. Okay, as well. They're rushing this out. Okay, and I think that's this movie's biggest pitfall. Is if the quality isn't as great as the first movie, or as of other Disney movies more recently, even like Risk, they made that with heart. Okay, they took time to make the movie, even if Risk was a really bad movie. But Moana, they're only making this for like 9 months. Okay, this was a Disney Plus scrap show. I think people don't always forget this. This is a Disney Plus scrap show. Okay, that's why this movie is a mystery. If the movie is actually good, gets good reviews, get the audience likes it, then yes, this is gonna be the number one movie of Thanksgiving. Because things are still releasing it the day before Thanksgiving, which means this movie has a huge chance of being a very, very successful movie. Okay, very, very successful movie. But a lot of people will say that this movie, yeah, and then we have Wicked, which is actually a film adaptation of the hit Broadway show. Yeah, that's releasing against Gladiator 2. Okay, and we'll cover the box office before, yeah, sorry, but it is releasing on November 22nd. It was supposed to open on, Moana 2. Yeah, very similar demographic. Ricky will now get a jump on the Thanksgiving holiday. It won't be so void of competition as Gladiator 2. Presumably there was much less overlap of audience as the fight of cannibalization. Also, I don't think Gladiator 2 will do that well because a lot of people are upset over that movie. The difference between that movie, Wicked, and Moana 2 is I have not really seen any outrage over either of these movies, okay? Gladiator 2, there was like mass outrage by the audience, okay? Simply because people were upset that why are we getting a Gladiator 2? Who asked for a Gladiator 2? That's basically the biggest criticism. Like, why are we getting a Gladiator? Like, even I made a video like, why are we getting a Gladiator 2? Why? Okay, the Gladiator is a movie that does not need a sequel. Okay, it is a standalone film, and so it stayed a standalone film. It's like giving Dances with Wolves a sequel. Why would you give that? Or 1917 a sequel? Like, why? Why would we give 1917 a sequel? It's based off historical events. Or giving Cinder's List a sequel because it made money. It's even though it's based off historical events. Like, you don't give a historical event movie a sequel unless you're planning on making it a sequel. Okay? And we can look at 300. They made a 300 sequel. Okay? A 300 sequel. No one liked it. No one watched it. 300 sort of stayed a standalone movie. And it seems that, Ridley Scott doesn't understand why Gladiator should stay a standalone movie. Because his greed is too much. And also Gladiator 2 cost like $300 million to make too. Yeah, they're spending so much money at this movie that they think will be a $1 billion grossing movie. Because the first movie was successful. Yeah, it's gonna be, I think Gladiator 2 is gonna be the biggest flop of this year. Okay. Ridley Scott, no one asked for Gladiator 2. No one asked for it. Okay? There's less overlaps and less threat of cannibalization as well. So I think the battle of Thanksgiving is between Moana 2 and Wicked. Both movies appeal towards women and, of course, young people and families. Okay, they tend to forget that and that's also both movies appeal towards female demographic, but also families. These are movies that parents are going to take their kids out to go see because So yes, it does feel towards female demographics because of course mothers are going to be taking their kids to see these movies. Okay, both of them. Okay, and that's gonna be the real competition. I don't think Gladiator. I think Gladiator 2 is gonna do very well, very similar to Napoleon did on the Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, but it's not gonna be number one. I think Moana is gonna probably be number one still. Even if I think even if the quality is bad in Moana 2, it's still gonna be number one as well. But they underestimate these types of movies. Okay, they underestimated Wonka. Okay, they said that Wonka was to be this massive, massive failure. At least the Fandom Menace said it would. But it was one of the most successful movies of last year. Same thing with Barbie. They were saying that Barbie would only open like 60 to 70 million or something like that. And then they said 80 million. But the movie opened to like 160 or so million, which is a lot of money for a movie they said would be a mediocre hit or something like that. I don't think Wicked is going to be a Barbie, obviously. I think it's going to make a decent chunk of money. It's going to make back its money at the end. Moana will too. Okay, I think both movies will probably make money, more, especially considering a lot of people love the Moana series. And it's one of the most popular shows on movies on Disney Plus as well. Yeah. So, what do you think about both of these movies and Gladiator 2? Okay. I think Gladiator 2 is gonna fail. It's cost so much money to make that movie, and I just don't think I just don't think the audience that this movie is appealing towards, the male audience, is not gonna go see it. Okay, they're going to be seeing Venom and they'll go see Joker and Venom. Okay, but I don't think people are gonna go see Gladiator 2 as much as they make it out to be. Males went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. And, Twisters, obviously, as well. So, but not. So, Wicked is actually based off a Broadway show. There's actually a Broadway show called Wicked. I actually did not know that. So, actually, Wicked already has existed for a while. It's just the fire in making a film adaptation of it. But we're going to jump on the Thanksgiving time, but only completely devoid of competition. As Gladiator 2, yeah. Gladiator, it'll be like, it's gonna be like the Hunger Games versus this again. Okay, it's gonna be like, Hunger Games got to jump on the Thanksgiving holiday. And yeah, we look at the box office here. And this was the results we had. Also, Trolls came out too. Oh, I forgot they made another Trolls movie. I actually completely forgot that movie existed. But this was the Thanksgiving results, and Hunger Games, I think, was the number one movie as well. I think that Gladiator will probably come in third place in all the non-franchise movies, and Venom will probably still be making money at this time. We're still, because Venom, and maybe Joker 2 as well. Joker 2 would be 2 months old at this point, okay? But Venom 3 will also still be here too. So Venom 3 will still be here. And of course, all the non-franchise movies will be behind Venom as well. So, I just don't think the non-franchise movies stand a chance. I just don't think they do. Especially considering how bad non-franchise movies have been performing in the past couple of years. Okay, Napoleon took a major director for that movie to make money. It's like Napoleon actually outsold Riss. But I think Moana, it's going to be a big Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, like we used to have. Okay. But yep, that's about this video here. So what do you think about this box office? I think Thanksgiving Day is going to be won by Moana 2. Okay, that's what it looks like. They're releasing the movie right before Thanksgiving, so it could be easily number one movie. But I think Gladiator 2 and Wicked are going to battle for number 2. Okay, but I think Wicked will probably come out on top of a Gladiator 2 if people really hate the movie as much as they say they do. Okay. Gladiator 2 had a high dislike ratio, which is not very good for a movie that is supposed to be one of the most anticipated movies of the year. But yeah, that's about this video here. Goodbye.